Welcome to this third lecture of this course called Computer Aided Power System Analysis. Today we would be talking about something very central to the power system analysis, which is called actually a bus admittance matrix. So now let us start. So what do we take? Suppose I do have a system, a generator followed by a transformer, followed by a transmission line, followed by another transformer, and let us say another bus. Let us say there is load, and let us assume that there is some load here, and this is bus 1, this is bus 2, this is bus 3, this is bus 4. Now suppose if this is the bus, now suppose if this is the system, so then, and also assume that this transformer is 1:T, and this particular transmission line is actually medium length transmission line, and this transformer is 1:1. So then therefore, according to our earlier discussion, this particular network can be represented by this equivalent circuit. So this is bus 1, this is source, bus 1, then because this is an off nominal tap changing transformer, so then there will be a pi model between bus 1 and 2, and we have already seen that what are these parameters of this pi model. So this is bus 2. Then for this transmission line also there would be another pi model. This is corresponding to this transmission line. So this is the pi model. So this is the pi model, and then so we reach bus 3, and then because this is an 1:1 transformer, so then it would be only represented by an series impedance. So this is bus 4, and then we have a load. Now as we have already discussed, now for each bus, whether there is a load or a generator or nothing, at each bus we can define something called current injection. So let us say at bus 1 I do have got a injected current I1, at bus 2 also we can have some injected current I2, at bus 3 also we can have some injected current I3, and at bus 4 also we can have some injected current I4. Now here, as we have already discussed, I1 would be actually corresponding to the current contributed by the generator. I2 would be nothing but the negative of the load current, as we have already seen in the last class. I3 would be actually 0, because at this bus there is neither any load connected nor any generator connected in shunt. It would be 0, but for the purpose of our very general analysis we will still keep this I3. So I mean this is some injected current, its value is 0, but still we are defining it by a variable called I3, and of course I4 is nothing but the again negative of the load current of the load drawn at bus 4. Now let us say that this particular impedance, now this is a series impedance. So for this series impedance we can also calculate this equivalent admittance. So this is let us say Y line, and this is Y shunt, this is Y shunt, this is let us say Y T2, let us say this is transformer 1, this is transformer T2, this is transformer T1, this is transformer T2. So this is Y T2, and this is actually Y T1 into T. So let us say we say that this is Y dash T1, and this is let us say some other value Y let us say shunt T1, Y dash shunt T1 and let us say this quantity is y double dash shunt T1. Please note that y dash T1 would be nothing but y into T, where actually y is the leakage admittance of this transformer. Y dash shunt T1 would be nothing but y into y T into T minus 1, and y double dash SH T1 would be T minus 1 into y. So, I mean all these things we have already derived, so then we are not really repeating it here. So, now this is the equivalent circuit. Now, with this equivalent circuit we would now like to write down the KCL equation at each and every node. So, now at bus 1 this current I1 would be actually equal to the current here and here. Then therefore, we write this equation at bus 1 I1 would be equal to, we write V1 into y dash y SH T1 into V1 into y dash SH T1, that is this current, plus y dash T1 into V1 minus V2 plus y dash T1 into V1 minus V2. Please note that all these are actually complex quantities. So, we must take care to put over bar over them. So, there are over bar, there are over bar. So, all these are complex quantity, all these are complex quantity, it is okay. So, if we do take, so y dash SH T1 plus y dash T1 into V1 minus y dash T1 into V2. So, this is equation 1. At bus 2, the injected current at bus 2, that is this, would be equal to the this current plus this current plus this current. Now, this current is equal to again this current plus this current. So, then therefore, this injected current I2 would be equal to this current plus this current plus this current plus this current. So, let us write down. So, then therefore, it would be I2 would be V2 y SHT1 double dash, this is this current plus this current is y dash T1 into V2 minus V1. So, this is y dash T1 into V2 minus V1, all these are complex quantity, plus now this current is nothing but y SH into V2. So, y SH into V2 plus the last component would be this current, and this current is nothing but YL into V2 minus V3. So, it is YL into V2 minus V3. So, if we collect the terms, we get y dash T1 V1 plus y double dash y SH T1 plus y dash T1 plus y shunt plus YL V2 minus YL V3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, this is the second equation. Similarly, at bus 3, At bus 3, this injected current, if I apply KCL at this point, this injected current would be equal to this current plus this current, and this current is again is equal to this current plus this current. So, then therefore, this injected current I 3 would be equal to this current plus this current plus this current. So, we need to take into account all these 3 terms. So, let us do that. So, the first is V 3 into Y shunt, that is this current. So, I 3 Y shunt into V 3 plus then this current would be Y L into V 3 minus V 2. So, it is Y L into V 3 minus V 2 plus the last term would be this current, and this current is nothing but Y T 2 into V 3 minus V 4. So, Y T 2 into V 3 minus V 4. So, we collect all the terms together. So, this is minus Y L V 2 plus Y S H plus Y L plus Y T 2 into V 3 minus Y T 2 into V 4. So, this is equation 3. Lastly, at bus 4, we would write the equation of I 4. Now, this injected current I 4 would be nothing but equal to this current. So, it is very simple. So, it is Y T 2 into V 4 minus V 3. So, it is Y T 2 into V 4 minus V 3. So, this is equal to minus Y T 2 into V 3 plus Y T 2 into V 4. So, this is equation 4. Now, what we will do is, we will collect all these 4 equations together and write them in terms of a matrix. So, if I do that, what I do is, I get I 1, I 2, I 3, I 4, is equal to some matrix